Torah tells us that a judge, has to be exceedingly righteous. Tzedek, tirdof. He has to run after righteousness. In the last year, we said a pshat about why the Torah says twice the word righteousness. That he has to run after righteousness twice. I'm going to say over a different explanation now.
They're not coming from the same place, so therefore they have to know what the reason is. Not because
So the first question is why it says it twice. Second question is, there are a lot of other mitzvahs in the Torah. It doesn't say that you should run after. Well, honoring your parents. One of the main important mitzvahs in the Torah. Keeping kosher. Doesn't say run after kosher. How come by the mitzvah of being righteous, it says run after righteousness? You hear the question?
Yeah.
So the Parshas say over here, it's not talking only about a person that is a judge, that he should run after righteousness in his rulings. It's talking about a person in general that gives tzedakah, that gives charity. A person should run after giving charity. Okay? Now, Torah says afterwards that you should run after charity, in order that you have a prosperous life. L'man tichya, that you should live, v'yirashta ha'aretz, and you should inherit the land that Hashem gives you. Okay? I don't understand. So the Torah is saying that the reason why you should do this mitzvah is to get a reward. I thought the Mishnah says in Pirkei Avos, ethics of our fathers, you're not supposed to do a mitzvah for reward. I'm going to ask a couple pras. Yaakov Shweki has a famous song about this, right? I'll tell you, okay. Now, you're not supposed to be like that, like a servant that serves their master for reward. It's supposed to be a servant that serves their master not for reward, lishma, for the sake of God. So why is the Torah of all people? The Torah says, keep this mitzvah of being righteous in order that you get a reward, that you should live a prosperous life. And also, in general, there's a concept that a person doesn't get a reward for mitzvahs in this world. Schar mitzvah, the reward for a mitzvah, the high al maleka, does not exist in this world. It's another question. How can the Torah tell you to do this mitzvah because of a reward? That's not the reason why we do mitzvahs. We do mitzvahs because the Torah said, not because of a reward. And number two, like I just said, there is no reward in this world. So what do you mean? Do the mitzvah so you can inherit the land, which is talking about in this world. There is no reward for mitzvahs in this world. So we have a couple questions. Says in Achas Tzvi, I'm going to answer all these questions. This is fascinating. There's an exception to the rule of that there's no reward for mitzvahs in this world. That is when you do a mitzvah, which is lifnim mishnah sadin. You do a mitzvah that you're not obligated to do. You do extra mitzvahs, extra credit. You do more than you have to do. So the first time you do a mitzvah, you don't get reward in this world. But if a person runs after a mitzvah that he's not obligated to do, he already did it once, but he does it again. He does it more, gives more tzedakah. When he gave his meister, it's 10%. Okay? He keeps Shabbos, doesn't do any of the malachas, and any of the forbidden labor. He doesn't stop there. He doesn't do things that might come to being, transgressing the averos. He makes fence around the Torah. Make sure he doesn't transgress any averos. Those things he doesn't have to do. Gives more tzedakah, gives more righteousness, studies more Torah, does more good deeds. So for that mitzvah that he's not obligated to do, then he does get reward in this world. It's an exception to the rule, okay? Schar mitzvah b'hayam malaka. The fact that there's no reward for mitzvahs in this world, that's talking about the actual mitzvah that he's obligated in. But if he really did the mitzvah according to the letter of the law, and he does more, for that more, he does get reward in this world. It says in Achas Tzvi, and for that extra mitzvah, you're allowed to do to get a reward. When we say don't do mitzvahs for reward, that's talking about the actual mitzvah itself. But for the extra mitzvah that you're not obligated to do, the extra tzedakah that you give, the more the mitzvah that you do, more than you have to, okay? For that, you do get reward in this world. For that, you're allowed to do for the purpose of getting a reward. Says in Nachlas Tzvi, that's what the Torah means. Beautiful. Tzedek Tirdof. You already gave tzedakah. That's the first tzedek. Then it said tzedek again. Tzedakah again. So even though you already were mekayim the mitzvah of tzedakah, you already fulfilled the mitzvah of tzedakah, but you do it more. So for that, tzedek tirdof, that you can run after, meaning you could do it for ulterior motives, to do it not just for because the Torah said to do it, but then you could do it in order that you inherit the land. So that's the answer to the question. We asked the question, why does the Torah tell you that you should do the mitzvah of tzedakah in order to get a reward? I thought you're supposed to do it l'shma, because Hashem said so. No, that's talking about the first tzedek. The first tzedakah you're supposed to do because Hashem said so, not for a reward. You don't get a reward for that. When do you get a reward? For the second tzedakah. So that's how you read it. Tzedek, you already did tzedakah already. But if you do tzedek again, if you do tzedakah again, then tirdof, you ran after tzedakah, meaning you did more than you have to. You didn't just do tzedakah. Tzedek tirdof, you ran after tzedakah. You gave more than you have to. Not just tzedakah, any mitzvah. You did more than you have to. If you tirdof, if you run after the mitzvah, if you already were mekayim the mitzvah, but you do it again, or you do it better, or you do it more, for that, you're allowed to get reward. You do get reward in this world, and you're allowed to do it for ulterior motives. That's why it says that you get a reward in this world for doing the mitzvah, because of this rule. And that's hinted to in the Psukim. Beautiful. Tzedek, you already did tzedakah, but tzedek tirdof, you run after tzedakah. You do more tzedakah. You do more than you have to. For that, then you get reward in this world, that you inherit the land and you live prosperous on the land. That's for what? That's for tzedek tirdof. That's for the tzedakah that you ran after. That you already were mekayim the mitzvah already, but you do it more. For that, you do get reward in this world.